Cup of Coffee, and Jennifer came by to visit me, and we were segueing from what I talked about last week, which was the 5 things that you should keep clean in your business. Number 1 was to keep your books clean, right? And then number 2, we said that last week was you want to keep your taxes clean. Okay? You don't want to be overpaying. You want to make sure you're paying the right amount. Number 3 was making sure that you have a clean way to keep your money in, coming into you, collecting. And number 4 was payroll. And then number 5 was you want to keep your sales pipeline clean. But we're going to stick and dive into number 4,
payroll.
Because it's Jennifer's specialty. She's with ADP. ADP is a third party, a company that process payroll not only for big companies, but for entrepreneurs. I know they process my payroll.
Yes, absolutely we do.
And you've done that for years.
Yes, yep.
And Jennifer has helped several of my clients get set up on payroll. So that's what we're talking about here. We want to talk about the benefits of paying yourself. And I want Jennifer kick that off. Yes. Jennifer, like when I call you and somebody says, why should I even pay myself?
Yeah.
I'm already making my money. What's like one of the benefits that you have of paying yourself?
So I would say the thing that I hear most commonly is going to be the proof of income, because I know that's something that a lot of small business owners struggle with, is getting that proof of income through your own business. So when you put yourself on payroll, what you're doing is kind of opening that door. So that way, every single time you process a payroll for yourself, you're going to receive that pay stub at the end. So that way, when it's time to go take a loan out for a car, a house, apartment, whatever the case might be, you're going to have that piece now saying, hey, this is how much I make for my business, right? It's a real legit pay stub, just as anybody else would get as a W-2 employee.
Yeah, because a lot of times, one of the things I feel like our firm specializes in is helping entrepreneurs get into their dream home.
Yes.
Helping entrepreneurs get access to capital. And so that proof of income was definitely needed during the pandemic.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I heard that a lot.
Yeah.
It's something that is, I do hear a lot of business owners struggle with it, and a lot of people don't know that when you put yourself on payroll, you do open that door.
Yeah. So when you pay yourself, our tip number 1, the benefit number 1 is it gives you proof of income, especially when you're trying to prove your income to a bank, you're trying to prove your income when you want to buy a car. It's easy proof of income when you pay yourself. How much you pay yourself personally. Number 2 is, when we take number 2, you want to take number 2.
You can take number 2. I'll touch on it.
So number 2, we say the benefit of paying yourself is it helps you get the taxes out of the way and avoid tax surprises. And what do I mean by that, right? I mean that it lets you pay your estimated taxes. Now, I don't want you to overpay your estimated taxes, but it lets you at least not get surprised with a huge tax bill because you started from zero. So estimated taxes help entrepreneurs not start from zero.
Right.
And if you're a money-making entrepreneur, I said money-making besties.
Yeah.
As Jennifer called it, if you're one of our money-making besties, you want to make sure that you have estimated payments. And what do you see as benefits of estimated payments?
So it essentially what it does is it gives you a chance to pay those taxes in really small payments throughout the year, rather than having to pay it in a big chunk at the very, or I guess beginning of the following year during tax season. Mm-hmm. So what happens is when you process a payroll for yourself, like for example, let's say you had a great 2 weeks and you're really feeling like you want to take a cut of your revenue.
Yes.
You process a payroll. Let's use an example of you're going to pay yourself $500. So what we're going to do is calculate that tax on that $500, right? Just as any W-2 employee would. So your income tax. And when we pay that, it's allowing you to pay it in really small segments so that you don't have to be stuck with that huge tax bill come the next year.
All right. So I agree with that because I have so many entrepreneurs that come in and they're like, well, wait a minute, why did you had a good point. You said that, you had a really good 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you got a big contract in.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so do I spend it or do I go buy myself something new? But if you already know that you have this steady number that you're paying yourself, that at least you're paying taxes on a portion of that money.
Right.
Even if it's not all that. I don't agree Well, if you had a good week, that you take a percentage of that and pay taxes off of your gross. You must deduct your business expenses. Payroll is a business expense.
Yes.
So we wanna deduct your business expenses and then, pay your taxes. But we know that the income that you pay yourself is going to be taxed. And so, we'll talk about that at the end of our next webinar on how to pay yourself and how to know what to pay yourself. But before we get into that, because we know that's some juicy conversation, let's talk about number 3. The third benefit of paying yourself is it gives
You separation between your personal life and your business, which is extremely important. You do not want those two mixing. I know you're probably the expert on that. You gotta keep it clean, no messes.
no messes. So you want to make sure that like your business income is separated from your personal income. So last week I said that we all work so that we can profit in our business, but we also want to pay ourselves because we have bills that we want to pay. And so when you separate your business income from your personal income, you know that there's always enough there to pay you. And so pay yourself a minimum salary. And so how do you know what that minimum salary is? We're going to talk about in our next segment. So follow us, follow this segment, and if you need help setting up your payroll, you can reach us. Jennifer and I have put so many entrepreneurs on payroll to pay themselves, and we'd love to help you. Go to our website, xfinancialcpa.com, and you'll see a link there that says, let's get started. Or you may get a pop-up that says, hey, let's get started on payroll, and we will get you set up with ADP, and we will even give you a free consultation to talk about how to pay yourself specifically for you. And in the next episode, if you want to learn how to pay yourself all on your own, watch the next episode. I'm Spacita Jackson, the accountant that you love. I hope you get access to the capital that you need so that you can reach the life of your dreams. Bye, y'all.
That's cute.